In 1995, after 2 years of planning, the first medical school in Palestine was established. It was called, and it still is, the Al-Quds Medical School. Hence, the foundation of our institution called the Al-Quds Foundation for Medical Schools in Palestine, and that was established in the UK as a charity in 1997. Now, the school was based in El Wadis, which is on the outskirts of Jerusalem, usually a 15-minute drive from the center of Jerusalem. But to get to it now, you have to have a tortuous journey, which is about an hour or more by bus through the infamous Kalandia checkpoint, which is more like a cattle pen rather than a checkpoint. And what stunned me when I first went there in 2016 or 17 was that as soon as you come out of the bus, the first thing that hits you is the wall, with the 6-meter high wall, which is right on the edge of the university. So that's what you see as you come in and go out of the university. Since then, we've expanded to work with 4 medical schools, 2 in the West Bank and 2 in Gaza. And in 2023, in June of 2023, when I was in Gaza examining as an external examiner at one of the universities, our location was at the Turkish hospital. Now, some of you might know the Turkish hospital is in what's known as the Netzarim corridor. That became, in November 23, only 5 months after I left it, the Israeli army headquarters in that corridor. It's been partly destroyed, and it's one of the few hospitals which probably has a structure remaining. But during my time also in Gaza, in January of 2024, I met Samar. Samar is one of our students, one of our recipients of a scholarship, and she walked for an hour to come and find me in Deir el-Balah to say to me that she wanted me to make sure that she finished her education and graduated as a doctor, and she was in her final year. I said I would do my best. 4 months later, in April, when I was back again in Gaza, she came to find me in the hospital, and in fact, she was working there as a volunteer. And it's people like Samar, who've now graduated, that we've been supporting for the last year and a half. She's been acting as a volunteer, but also studying, and the faculty of the university have somehow managed to reignite and rejuvenate this education system they had, and they've managed to graduate a cohort of their students. In addition to that, what we do is we buy equipment, we provide infrastructure, and as I say, we provide scholarships for students. And some of these students are now in the UK. Those who've been displaced and got out to Egypt have been coming over here. We've been supporting them, trying to get placements in the UK, in UK hospitals. But one of the things that sticks in my mind is when I went to Gaza at the beginning of my first trip in December 23, we asked the people there who had not seen any foreign doctors at that point, and we were one of the first teams that went in, what it is that they feel most worried about. And they said, we're worried about being forgotten. And it is this and the hope and the education that we invest in, which we would like you to invest in for us as well, please. So we are very thankful that you have come here today because you provide the hope that we are trying to pass on to them. And thank you very much, Nama and Namod, for what you've done. And thank you very much for investing in what we do.